Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Garrett Cole is on the mound for Game 2. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, you can see right there, he's eclipsed that 200 strikeout number. Really been good this year and missing a lot of bats.
D. Gordon heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Miami, second baseman, D. Gordon.
Now the first pitch of the night is looked at for ball one as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, they're starting to open up some ground at the top of the division, and when you're setting a good pace at the top, it can be frustrating for those teams that are chasing you because they start thinking, what do we have to do to make up some ground?
Swing and a line drive, but foul. Cole gets the sign. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Drilled to the right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
They got right out in front of this pitch and pulled it sharply right through the hole. Now they get something started early with the leadoff man on base to begin the ball game.
Christian Yelich will stride in now, and as you see there, he sits 9th in the National League in batting at the start of play.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
First things first, here's a throw over, and the runner will get back standing.
Keeping him close.
Here comes the first pitch. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Ball's there, and he is out trying to take second. Good throw.
Well, he did a good job to get on base with the leadoff single, but then he got a little greedy here on the first pitch, and they throw him out pretty easily at second base.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, really does call a good game back there. He might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
Giancarlo Stanton comes forward for his first try at the plate, and you have to think something's got to give. Clearly not going his way of late. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. First inning as we're just underway from Pittsburgh. Slapped hard the opposite way. Polanco is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Jared Kozart gets the starting assignment for the Fish in this matchup. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. It's not ideal. Probably would like to have a few more strikeouts. We'll see how it works out in this one.
Josh Harrison comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Pirates, second baseman, Josh Harrison.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. This Marlin ball club, Eric Karros, as they begin play here tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
And the road hasn't been all that kind to them either. They've dropped 4 of the first 5 on this trip. So they're in need of a well-pitched game here in a bad way.
Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And the first baseman can't get there. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner, and he missed it. 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Stanton is there. And that's the first out of the inning. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be paying close attention to Starling Marte. He's a big-time power bat and actually leads the National League in slugging percentage coming into the day. And that means he's more than just a long ball threat. He'll drive the ball in a line and pick up his fair share of extra base hits as well.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Polanco around first, heading for second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hand getting into good position. The hips start to rotate and then whack. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. The average sits at 294, 23 homers, and 72 RBIs. One out and a runner on second base. Hit on the ground to short. Fielded by Hechavarria. In time to first, and there are two away. And with that, let's give you a look at the Miami D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Starling Marte will stand in now as the National League's leading hitter entering play.
And he has a top 5 slugging percentage as well, so there's a lot of extra base hits to go along with that stellar average.
He's set. Here it comes. A big roundhouse curveball in there for strike one. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Stanton, and the inning is over. Pirates leave one. After one, no score. Marcell Ozuna makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Marcell Ozuna.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. And it's a fly out to start the second, one away. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Settling in now, Justin Bour. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
And the count will be full. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Batting sixth, catcher, JT Realmuto.
JT Realmuto will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. Cole sets. Here's the first pitch. Lined back over second. In there, a base hit.
Whoa, that's what you call chuck and duck right there. This ball's going to come screaming right back at him. He doesn't have any time to get the glove up, and it gets safely on into center field.
Chris Johnson will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. From the stretch. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
Well, you talk about a big time to come up with a strikeout. Now, you've still got one more guy to get through here in the inning, but now with 2 outs, you can take a step back, take a deep breath, and know that those runners have to stay put at first and second.
Danny Echeverria will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
Lays off 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
May have gotten a piece of that one, but no matter, it's 1-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Joe Mauer will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, you're right. His last game was excellent, but he just keeps adding to those numbers. Over his last 10 games, he's been hitting over 350. I'll take that anytime.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Oh, a very hittable pitch, too. That's a middle-of-the-plate fastball, and he's not going to get away with too many of those tonight.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So a base hit here to start the inning, and he continues to pile them up as we take a look at our league leaders in hits so far.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category, and he's just been punishing mistakes at the plate. Been impressive to watch him swing the bat so far this year. He's got another nice game on his hands in this one.
David Freese is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now, 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Gordon is there. Echeverria for 1. Throw on to first. Takes care of Freese as well. It's a double play.
I think this one falls into the category of tailor-made. Here you go. 1,
2 hops to second, the feed to the bag, and a 4-6-3 double play. That's as easy as it comes.
Stepping in now, Francisco Cervelli. As he will take strike one on the fastball here, no balls and a strike. His average sits at 296 entering play. 5 homers and 34 driven in. Fastball called for strike 2.
And this is what you like to see, especially coming off of a loss in his last start. These first couple innings, he's coming right after guys.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Jared Cozart set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
D. Gordon will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
Well, he hit the fastball, so we're going to see right here if they still come at him with the hard stuff.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Marte moves over, and that's the second out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 21, Christian Yelich.
Christian Yelich is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Third inning, no score to this point. Ground ball right side. Backhanded. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 4 pitches, all it takes to do in the Marlins. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Jung Ho Gong digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
The shortstop, Jung Ho Gong.
Cozart has his target. Here it is. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Ozuna on the run. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Batting 9th, pitcher.
So with one away, a reminder we've got more Pittsburgh Pirates baseball for you in the week ahead as you take a look there at where we'll be over the next 7 days. Digging in, Garrett Cole, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Hit sharply on the ground. Gordon is up with it. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
1 out away now from 3 full scoreless innings, and both pitchers are working both inside, outside, up and down. Looking solid here to start this ball game.
Josh Harrison will try it again. He flied out to start the home first.
Yeah, but it's still a pretty good leadoff at bat because he made him throw a lot of pitches.
And this misses outside and a bit high. 1 ball, no strikes.
And that's where, if I'm pitching, I just pour a fastball in there. You got to figure he'd be taking to give his pitcher a second or two to get himself together over in the dugout.
Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Now a cut fastball finds the target, 2-1. He goes up the ladder on the fastball and pops this one up. Gordon is there for it. And that retires the side. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton will get the first shot when we return. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. And there now is Giancarlo Stanton. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Cole into the windup. Here's the delivery. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Now a swing. And look out over in the third base dugout as that thing nearly took out half the coaching staff. Living a little dangerously here.
Yeah, you don't have to go looking for trouble. Trouble will find you if you're putting pitches there.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Now a swing and a miss, and Stanton is down on strikes for round number 1.
He's really off to a tough start in this series. Remember, he had the hat trick in game 1 yesterday, and now he's got another strikeout here. Sometimes when you get in a rut like this, they're not always easy to climb out of.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. One and one, here it comes. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Wow. That's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now, because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
The batter, first baseman, Justin.
Striding into the box, Justin Bohr. He drew a walk his first time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient, because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
Right. And in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Belted high in the air out to left. Marte going back, still going back. And that one is out of here. A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, number 14 on the season, and the Marlins have taken a 2-0 lead.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Here's Chris Johnson now.
Third baseman.
As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. But 2 in the inning for the Marlins thanks to the 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-0 Miami. Gregory Polanco is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Ground ball left side. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And we've got 2 guys bringing some serious gas for you, as you see there. Top speeds 96 and 97. Andrew McCutchen stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch coming. Here it is. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking, quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after him.
1 out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Full count now, 3-2.
And even 3-2, I don't know if you want to challenge him here. Better to put him on than to give up a solo home run.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Starling Marte will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there at the knees, strike one.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Joe Mauer is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. First delivery to him on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
But now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet. Not by a long shot.
And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
For the Pirates, third baseman, David Freese.
David Freese stands in trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Right side, hit hard.
And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Time for a quick break, then back to PNC Park after this. Adeiny Echeverria heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Adeiny Echeverria.
Out in front of it, strike one. Cole has his target. Here he comes 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And another foul ball. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You started in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase, but when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
This one's down to third. Fielded by Freeze. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
In now, Jared Cozart. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball one.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. Got it back in time there, and it's 2-1.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
Here's D. Gordon now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one.
1-0.
Is a curveball that's over for strike one.
Oh, man, he must have been looking for something else. That was a curveball that had "hit me" written all over it, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Waiting next, there's Christian Yelich.
Hey.
3-1 pitch is a slider, and he can't pull the trigger. It's 3-2 now.
Well, that may have been the last pitch in the at-bat that he could do something with. He's not going to get anything better than that.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Line down the left field line. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3-2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus on getting yourself a ground ball.
Christian Yelich will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. On his way to pitch number 75. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
Hard liner toward short. So this is pulled in by the shortstop.
Yeah, and that might give you an idea of how his stuff is starting to straighten out just a little bit here now. It's the 3rd time through the lineup, and guys weren't getting a ton of solid contact earlier, but as his pitch count rises, they're starting to zero in on him now.
Giancarlo Stanton digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. 2 down, runners at first and second. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
You're in a tough situation here on the mound because you don't want to load the bases, but you also need to be extra careful with this guy up here at the plate.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. And that dinger puts him 2 short of the 200 mark for his career.
Yeah, you know, some guys will lie to you and tell you that they're just out there playing day by day, not thinking about any of those particular milestones. They just want to get a W for the team. But the truth is, you do know when you're approaching those milestones, even the minor ones. He's keenly aware of how many home runs he's got, Matt.
Marcell Ozuna will stand in now following the home run. And you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Seems like whatever was working early on suddenly is not working now.
It's almost like he's imploding right before our eyes.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss at the bender, and it's even at 1-1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A ball and 2 strikes the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. And that'll get down for a base hit. He'll take the turn and head for second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
The batter, first baseman,
Justin Bour ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a high strike there, 0-1. 3 runs already home here. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Shot toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's a 6-0 ball game.
A really good at-bat here as we watch it again. Look, he finds his pitch, drives it right back up the middle, and with 2 away, that runner doesn't have to hold up and make sure it drops. He's moving on contact, and he's going to wind up scoring easily.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And it appears that we've seen the last here in this one of Garrett Cole. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Jared Hughes is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Into the box, JT Realmuto, and no swing apparently, ball 1. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. That evens it up 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit down the line at first. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Hit to short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. Halfway home from PNC Park. It's the Marlins 6 and the Pirates nothing. Francisco Cervelli will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, we've seen this before. Fastballs in and breaking balls away. That's been his MO throughout the first half of this game.
Fastball called strike, 1-2.
So far, he's the only guy that struck out for these guys. He's in danger of making it 2 now.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Jung Ho Gong is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Stanton to the track. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, what a difference 5 days can make. He's been a totally different pitcher out there compared to his last start. The command is much better. The pitches are much sharper. Even the body language tells me he's got things under control.
Jared Hughes will stand in now, a late entrant to the ball game, as he'll be making his first plate appearance here in inning number 5. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Yeah, one pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Here's a high pop-up. Johnson is there for it. And that's the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Chris Johnson will stand in to lead things off as the Marlins look to get things started here in their half of the 6th.
Johnson.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. Hits ball 1. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Here's Echeverria now as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Up top, it's 2-0.
When you're down by 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
And here's a slider for a called strike.
And even though that's a strike, that's a good take. You want to be looking one pitch, one spot. So don't go swinging at that one. That was nasty.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for the Marlins, pitcher, Jared Cozart.
Jared Cozart comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused, because sometimes that competitive edge can dwindle on you a little bit when you think you're just cruising.
That's wide. 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here, because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1 to 2-2 now. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Josh Harrison will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Cozart into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And reined in, one away.
The right fielder, number 25, Gregory Polanco.
Gregory Polanco will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one. Sliced hard on the ground, and that's through for a hit. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night, as this one finds its way into center. And as we check out the Bucs leaders in that category, you can see he currently sits in 3rd place on the ball club in that department.
Well, he hasn't exactly been tearing the league apart, but he's making enough noise with the bat to be respected. Clearly, he's a large piece of this offense.
First pitch on its way. Andrew McCutchen stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside. The throw. A tag there from Gordon, and they got him at second base.
And he waited for his opportunity there, but it's not going to pan out this time, as a good throw nails him at second.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Bucs go down quietly. They still find themselves down 6-0. Back here in Pittsburgh, it's on to the 7th inning with the Marlins on top, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. D. Gordon will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
This fastball is looking pretty lively right now.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And, strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away.
Well, I think he's upset here because that pitch has not been a strike all night. You'll see here on show track, it's still not a strike. He's got a definite gripe. I want to have a word or two myself.
In is Christian Yelich as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Hit hard to short. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
And when things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Giancarlo Stanton will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. First offering on its way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. On the ground to the left side. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there.
High chopper here, and not really much of a chance to get it out anywhere. You can see he tries to force it into second base, but that throw gets there too late.
Felipe Rivero will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Rivero.
Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Here's Marcell Ozuna as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Oh, and trouble lurking now. He's got it to 2-0. Eric, what are you looking for here?
It's a fastball count, but he doesn't always play by the rules out there, so this could very well be a slider or something away. So in other words, I have no idea.
2-0 pitch on the way. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Yeah, sort of a protective swing there as he got on top of this baseball. But the net result is that at least he's able to move these other runners up 90 feet, albeit now with 2 outs.
Into the box now, Justin Bour. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield here would be big for these guys. It could score 2.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now. JT Realmuto would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Grounded up the first baseline. Mauer's there. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Good work there from the Pittsburgh bullpen. stretch time coming up here in Pittsburgh. The Marlins lead it 6-0. Starling Marte will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Tap fouled at home plate. Again, he sends it out of play. Cozart has his sign. 0-2 on its way. And he looks at a cold strike three as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number one. One gone now for the former catcher turned first baseman, three-time batting champ Joe Mauer. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Hit hard back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his third hit tonight.
Yeah, give him 3 hits now for the ball game. This one's probably the weakest of the bunch, but I doubt he'll be complaining. I know I wouldn't be.
Now to the plate, David Freese. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
But one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
2-0 count. Here it comes. 3-0 now.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. He's set. Here's the 3-1. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
It's been a great start for him to this point. Into the 7th inning of work now, and that's just the first walk he's allowed so far. So maybe not a red flag just yet, but it is something worth watching.
Francisco Cervelli will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
He's set and the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the move is Ozuna. 2 gone.
I think at first he probably had thoughts about tagging up here, but there's that old baseball adage, don't make the last out of the inning at third base. So staying at second, probably the right call.
From the stretch. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Three-run home run down the line in right. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And with that, it's now a 6-3 ball game.
Well, these guys were a little bit late to the party, but now their bats have woken up, and they've made a game of it after all. You wonder where all this offense was earlier in the ballgame.
Jimmy Rollins will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 14, Jimmy Rollins.
And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. Not much success for these guys through the first 6, but it appears they found the key to unlock their opponent here in the 7th.
Yeah, it's pretty common when you start getting into your 3rd time around against a guy. They've got a much better idea of how to attack him, and now it's starting to pay dividends.
Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
And things are starting to change for the worse out there. Now, this is a guy who hadn't given up a run until earlier this inning. And now all of a sudden, he's having a hard time getting anybody out. Looks to me like he's hit the wall out there.
Josh Harrison will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
And even with 3 runs in here, that guy's still a threat to go at first. He may try and make this inning worse.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Yelich is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Pirates played 3 in the inning, all coming on this 3-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now 6-3. Archimedes Caminero will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Archimedes Caminero.
JT Realmuto will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. The 0-2 home. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And a good two-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
And that misses 2-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And a look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ball game. One guy still going and pitching well. The other one long since departed for the showers. Chris Johnson stands in. Was locked up on strike 3 in his last trip.
Well, a rough day so far. He's already got a hat trick, so I think it would be nice just to see him put some wood on it.
Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. And he'll lay off here as well, and it's 2-0 to the Miami third sacker. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Gets the call on the changeup there. 2-1.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter is going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Well, he absolutely needed that one. I mean, he's staring the old sombrero right in the face, but he puts a good swing on the ball there and gets himself a base hit.
Adeiny Echeverria gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Ooh, and he finds his spot there. 1-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Runners on first with 1 down. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. But that'll be off the right field wall. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Good time to add a little insurance here as he's able to make it all the way around to third on the triple. More importantly, though, that makes this a 4-run lead.
Tom Chu will grab a bat and pinch hit now, and he'll be looking for at least a fly ball as he's got a runner at third and only 1 away. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he'll just waste one there. 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Well, the pitch before was tough duty at 96 on the gun, and then he goes one better and dials it up to 97 for the strikeout.
Oh, here's a line drive into center field. It's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's an 8-3 ball game.
Just a perfect swing right there. You'll see it head down, eyes right on the baseball all the way. Great extension. He just drives this thing into center field to score that runner from third.
in is Christian Yelich. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Yeah, this fella, pitcher number 4 already, and it's starting to look like more of the same.
It doesn't look like he's going to be the answer either. Some days it just doesn't matter who you trot out there. They've hit everything in sight.
That's a ball.
And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. And that's going to be high 2-2 now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Runners off for second. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Marlins lead this one 8-3. Mike Dunn is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Mike Dunn.
Leading off the inning, Gregory Polanco, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Stanton is under it. He's got it 1 away.
And this isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or 2. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Andrew McCutchen will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Hit hard up the middle. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
You kind of wonder why guys would pitch to him in this situation. You know someone wants to end this streak, but he just finds a way to get another hit.
Starling Marte will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, he got that first out easy enough when he came on, but now it's back-to-back hits here with 1 away. So he's going to have to bear down now and make sure that this thing doesn't get any worse.
McCutchen with his lead, now the pitch. Joe Mauer comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1. First and second now, 1 man out. Good late break to the slider. 87 on the gun there. It's 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
On the ground up the middle. Echeverria to his left. He's there. Throw is low, and he can't get it to stick in the webbing.
Boy, just nickel and diming him right there. Now that goes as an infield single, their third straight hit. Now the bases are loaded and just one out.
David Freese will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Hit hard to the right side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play, and that'll compound matters even further.
Yeah, and at some point you just have to accept that you're not going to be able to make the play. You got to eat this ball, stick it in your back pocket. But somehow he thinks he can recover from that bobble and throw it anyway. And you know what happens then? That's a big E.
Carter Capps is going to have his work cut out for him here.
Number 22, Carter Capps.
Francisco Cervelli will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
From the belt, kicks and deals. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next two pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
And indeed, the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now. Jung Ho Gong will step in now in a big spot here with runners on.
And keep in mind, he's got a home run here already. If he gets a hold of another one, he could tie up this ball game.
Matt Joyce will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 17, Matt Joyce.
To the left side. That's a base hit as it's through into left. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score. Now a good throw in will hold that second runner at third base, so they're at the corners now with 2 away.
Especially with runners in scoring positions. Well, coaches like to harp on being patient and not letting the pitcher off the hook. Well, here he decides, forget the patient stuff. This first one, I'm all over it. He rips it to left to drive home a run.
John Jaso will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 28, John Jaso.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. This is skied out toward right. Stanton moving to his left. And that ends the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. 9th inning coming up. Miami's out in front, 8-6. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. Ninth inning about to start in this one. Matt Joyce will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 17, Matt Joyce.
Arodys Vizcaíno will come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. Giancarlo Stanton is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the fifth. Action now in that Pirate bullpen as a left-hander starts to heat up down there. Jordy Mercer is into the ball game as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here.
Number 10, Jordy Mercer.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Hit to third. Freeze is there. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
Now batting, center fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna strides in, grounded out his last time through. Pitch on the way. Into the seats, 0-1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a swing and a miss here, and the first 2 are dispatched to begin the ninth.
Well, here's just a classic sequence here as we check it out again on Show Track. A couple of good pitches here to get him ahead 0-2. And then knowing that a hitter's got to protect the outer half when you're down in the count, they turn to the slider that starts in the zone, then breaks out of the zone, and he just can't hold up.
Justin Bour is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Miami down in order. The lead stands pat at 8-6. A.J. Ramos is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 44, A.J. Ramos.
Striding in to start the ninth, Josh Harrison, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. And he looks at a curveball that falls in, 1-1. A little bit outside, 2-1.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
To short. And taken in out there for the first out. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play.
Well, guys, he's one of the best in the league in that department right now. So he's made it really tough on the opposition out of the bullpen. His manager loves giving him the ball in tight games, so we'll see if he can add to his total right here.
Now here's the pitch. Gregory Polanco is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. 2-0 now. Turned on down the line, but this will get foul. 2-1. One out, nobody on. Hard hit ball to second. To his left, Gordon on to first, and now the Pirates are down to their final out.
Good start to the inning here out of the bullpen. After 3 runs came in to score last inning, they needed someone to come in here and slow that offense down a bit.
Andrew McCutchen makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
And that's just about what we've come to expect out of this guy so far this year. He picks up save number 35 by finishing off this victory.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And the Marlins got a big lift here tonight from the contributions of this man, Giancarlo Stanton. Strike oppose, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Marlins win it 8-6. Good night from Pittsburgh.
12 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base.